Good morning. Welcome to 2022. It's 15 degrees outside. Shrub, do you want to go outside? We have had Grandma Kitty in the garage. Couldn't find Dottie last night. Not as worried about her, but we woke up to a bit of a surprise this morning. Don't be mean to the kitty. Hi. Shrub, do you want to come out, babe? Shrubby! You don't have to come out if you don't want to. The birds have been eating the cat food. Snow! Oh, Luke's scratching his butt. I was like, he's being weird. Kitty, did you want to come out? She has a litter box. No? You just want some food? Okay. Mom, come back in a minute. She has food, and she's warm and snuggly. What she wants is treats, but the weather has been crazy. I know it's been like over a week since I filmed. I was not emotionally prepared for snow, and I'm having some flashbacks a bit to last year's snowpocalypse, but we did prepare, so I can show you guys what we've done. So if you're new, if you came to us with kidding season last year, or have come recently, it's balmy in here, which is nice because we're running a little heater so that we didn't have to unhook the solar system. It was very, very cold for our area last year for about a week, and so I'm really worried that they're not drinking enough water because they don't want to drink the water in the barn. I can't make them drink. Is it a little chilly? Is everybody a little chilly? So I'll tell you about all of that and I'll explain my setup, but I need to get everybody some food this morning, hay refilled, and check on water. It's really not as bad as I thought it would be. It's supposed to like feel like about 3 degrees outside. I thought that I would have a harder time acclimating because it was 60 degrees yesterday morning. It's been in the 70s like all week. It's really not too bad. I just dressed in some layers, just like long underwear and jeans. And then Duluth has these really great tank tops that I find to be better almost than long underwear that I tend to wear as my base layer. And then long sleeve and a wool sweater with my coat. So what I need to check is make sure their waters are still unfrozen. Sometimes they will freeze because the breaker will trip. So we just use these heated buckets. Looks like everybody's doing pretty well. You guys are good. Mom will get some fresh hay out for you. Their water didn't freeze until like probably overnight last night, because when we came home about 7:30, nothing was really frozen. It was all a little slushy. So looking at the girls, they drank the water that was outside instead of the water that was inside. I think they'll figure it out. They did drink some out of that big bucket. It does not work below about 20 degrees, so I would not recommend that. I'll show it to you, but their one bucket is fine. I'll just have to come out a little bit more often today and make sure they have water. When I drink it, it will be 45 degrees tomorrow, so we're, in theory, so we're only doing this for like a day. Fine. Good morning. Hello, pickle. Okay, so let's talk setup for them really quick while I'm standing in this pen. What we have for the pigs are 2 heated dog bowls. You can see these are heated pet bowls. They're about half full, so I'll have Jeremy grab me some water and I'll fill them up. We have this little taller heated bucket for the boys, which is plenty. They're all a little bit cold, but they have a straw packed corner in their house, so they should be plenty warm. We'll give them extra hay. It's a little bit wet, and the thing that I worry about most is that it's literally been 60-70 degrees for the last week, and it dropped down to, I think like 13 was the low in a day. It's a recipe for pneumonia. They had drug out so much straw of their house because it's been so hot, so I gave them an extra half bale. Looks like that's doing well. And guys, they're like, I put it all on this side of the house. They have it all over here. They're plenty warm. So what I do is run an extension cord from the side of the house to hook those bowls up, and I have to disconnect my solar in the barn because I can't run 2 heated buckets and my space heater, and so decisions were made to just unplug. And the way we set up our solar, I can plug it directly into the house on an extension cord. Works great. So it runs 2 heated buckets, the camera, the lights, and that little space heater. The space heater is not in there obviously for the animals. It's in there for, how do I explain this? The batteries can't get below freezing. And so instead of disassembling the whole system for 2 days, we are just running that little space heater to keep it about 30, it's about 36 in there right now, and it's about 15 degrees outside. That ended up working. We'll just unplug it on Monday once it gets back up to temperature. Everybody's plenty toasty. This is what we did during the snowpocalypse last year. So we live in Northwest Arkansas. We get snow. It's not super unusual. Our normal for this time of year is like highs in the 40s, low in the 20s, and then we'll get 2 or 3 days where like it doesn't get above freezing. Last year, which a lot of the country had the big huge snowstorm in Texas, all of that, here it was below freezing for about 5 days straight, I think. And it snowed and snowed and snowed some more. We probably had a foot of snow. Super unusual. Got down to -20, which like it had never been that cold here in like 100 years. So it was really hard to take care of the animals just because they're not used to that. Not because they aren't capable, just because it's different for them. So I can tell, like I had this bucket and they drank half that yesterday. So that's the water they were drinking. It's all running off the house right now, not the solar. You can't really see, but that bucket's full. It's heated. This is the bucket I wouldn't recommend for, it's completely frozen solid. It just doesn't work. Which is a bummer because I probably need at least 2 buckets in here, but I don't have another. This is what we got. These guys are all fine. You can see they are plenty warm. This barn is very warm. What we learned last year basically was this barn will stay about 15 degrees warmer than it is outside if it's completely closed in. My guess is it's probably 10-ish degrees warmer right now. There's no wind, and that's really all they need is a break from the wind. It's gonna get up to like 29 today, which is fine. All have their winter coats. They have plenty to eat. So what I'm gonna do is just refill hay for everyone. Hi. You can see they're all eating well. The worry for them is that they did not want to drink water that was in the barn, and it does not look like that has changed. So hopefully they'll drink some today. They need to stay warm. I will bring out some hot water and pour in these buckets and see if I can get them to drink that before it freezes. Maybe around midday when it won't just freeze instantly. But they are good. This was pretty full last night. This has still got hay in it they can eat. The bag is still full. They need about a flake refill here. How we kind of prepare for snow and cold. We knew it was gonna be really cold. I didn't really know that it was gonna snow as far as like this much. Like it's just a dusting, but like they told us like some flurries, not accumulation. So here we are. I go back to work on Tuesday. Today's Sunday. This will all be gone probably by middle of the day Monday. did sort of warm him up today. He got up to like 25. It's been sunny this afternoon, which has been nice. I'm gonna fill up water. So what I use are these milk jugs from Sam's. I like these better. I'll show them to you. They are a little bit different than like a traditional milk jug. If you have Sam's in your area, I don't know what like Costco milk cartons look like. They're thicker, so they kind of last longer. The bear is sleeping. Hello, sleepy bear. He's been really weird today. And so what I do is fill these up with hot water, like warm to hot water, and then fill up the boys and the pigs. I have this afternoon just grabbed the jugs for the girls and brought them up to the deck and filled them. Their water was dirty and they didn't want to drink out of it. We'll fill you guys up. You're full. You are. I wonder if Pork Chop managed to bust up that water. I see you. We filled you up. Y'all are fine. I'm gonna get dinner in just a minute. Their bowls are full. I filled them up this afternoon. Looks like the girls are drinking out of the bowl. So I didn't realize this morning, kind of because it's dark in there, how dirty the bowl was that I had in their barn. They would not drink out of it. And so when I came out at lunch, I filled up like 5 gallons of water with these, just like over and over and over again, and they kept drinking it all. The cats have been out. My guess is that they'll want to come back in overnight. I would at least like to have Shrub in overnight. Dottie did not. But they came out about lunch and have been out this afternoon because it's been warm. If you're in a milder climate like we are, I find this to be a pretty easy way to haul water for a few goats. I also have an expandable hose that I could bring back, hook up, run out here and fill up water if I wanted. At 25, we could make that work. That does not really work when it's like 0 outside. They got out today. Stop being a stink. Yeah, so we'll fill up a little bit of that. So I ended up dumping 2 of these buckets, and what I think I'm gonna do is take them out and just fill them up, and they will last probably for a couple of hours. They'll have the big water overnight, and then I'll get out here in the morning and fill up. The thing that's really gonna stink for me, no, it'll be fine. So tonight is our last like night in the teens, but Tuesday I go back to work. At least I think we go back to work. Who knows with COVID. And I have to go to this training I'm not super excited about. But anyway, if it's in the teens in the morning, I will have to get up earlier to make sure everything is full before I leave. And probably what I'll have my parents come over in the middle of the day if they have time and fill up water. I traditionally get an hour lunch during training days. I don't know what this training, they bought us lunch, they're buying us lunch, so I don't think we're allowed to leave, which really stinks. Just because it's really nice to have like that reset where you can like, if you're sitting listening to something for 3 hours, where you can just like kind of get up, have lunch, and go back. My guess is that they're only gonna give us a 30-minute lunch. Hi! Hi! Grumpy Gus 1 and 2. Hello, pigs! Hello! I know. Not pregnant. In case any of you were wondering. Pork Chop she was in heat yesterday. He was all about it. And that's the first time I've seen that in like several months. Probably since November, so probably in 2 months. Trying to keep the door closed. It's kind of inconvenient for me. It keeps the warm in here because this room is really warm. absolutely recommend Carhartt coveralls. Not sponsored or anything. They are fabulous. Mom filled up your hay. You guys sure haven't eaten a whole lot of it. They've done really well. Everybody got out today when it was sunny. Once the snow started melting and they could see the ground. Since it snowed for a couple of hours this morning. We've been watching movies. It's our last day off together anyway. Jeremy really didn't have but like one day off for both holidays. Like he had 2 Fridays off, but he didn't take any other days. So I know, sweet babies, come on. We were with family, like we had plans, so we have not really had a whole lot of downtime just to hang out with each other. We enjoyed our brief snow. This is definitely my kind of snow. In winter, it'll be 45 degrees tomorrow.